and I'm starting to record right now. But I just had to ask you, who could you see? Who could you see it happening to first? Could you see the Cowboys folding first or the Knicks folding first as like a team?
Knicks.
Really?
Knicks. I could never. There's never anything in my lifetime I could never see the Cowboys allowing itself to ever fold. They will fall. They will go. It will be borderline bankruptcy before they let that brand die. Now the Knicks, look, that's a big brand. I understand that.
I'm saying, like,
that's still not a bigger brand than the Lakers. That's still not a bigger brand than the Lakers.
I mean,
I don't know. What's a bigger football brand than the Cowboys?
Nobody.
Exactly. Now, if you saying Cowboys, Lakers, you might have a. I might be like, oh, I don't know.
No, I can see the Lakers for just because the Lakers owners is broke, bro. Just because the Bucks family is just they're not like the billionaires that everybody else is.
Because at least with the Knicks, it's like, yes, they be going. First of all, New York people just go crazy for anybody in the city, but at the end of the day, they still have the Yankees. They can still lean on the Yankees. Like if they had,
I'll be forgetting people like are like diehard baseball fans with like the Yankees, and I'll be forgetting that's a reality. People
and they have Aaron Judge. Like they will lean if we're choosing between Aaron Judge and Jalen Brunson, they're picking.
You think so?
They will want a Knicks chip over a Yankees thing.
No,
because
I'm saying I feel like the city of New York would gravitate, or like I said, I ain't from New York, so I don't know, but I feel like the city of New York would gravitate more around like a star basketball player than a star baseball player.
Very true, but I think all of that, and hear me out, I understand this is kind of crazy. They better be glad the Jets are always ass. If the Jets ever decide to get it together, if they ever get a star, like a real star, not just Aaron Rodgers stuff,
yeah,
bro, they will flip this city over because it's still it's football regardless. Football is king regardless.
Jet. Well, since you brought them up, who do you like? Who matters more to New York, the Jets or the Giants? Like, would they go crazy for a Giant star or a Jet star?
It's weird because like the Giants don't play like in New York. Like they're closer to like New Jersey.
Neither of them do. They both play at MetLife. That's in New Jersey.
It's like a 50-50 thing.
As we talked out and I think about it though, I do think they might go crazy for a Jet superstar just because it's been so long for the Jets.
It's a Jet, like
the last like superstar was like freaking Joe Namath with the coat on the sidelines and all that. That was I don't even know what year that was in.
How they still talk about Mark Sanchez to this day lets me know if they get a star. If they get, like I said, the way they were talking about Mark Sanchez right now, I go to the city and they start. I'm like, yo, if they get a real star, it might be up.
I thought Mark Sanchez was gonna be the truth too. I thought he was. That was good. I thought he was the truth, and then it turned out he wasn't. So I was just like, damn.
Then he had that butt fumble, and then just confirmation bias. It's like yuck.
As everybody can see, we don't really got too much to talk about. We just got on a random tangent.
we're bored, bro. Welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keys podcast, the podcast for casuals. If you are a casual and like casual conversations,
you're in the right place.
This is the show for you. You're in the right place. My name is Greg. That's my host, Jax. We're here every week. We don't miss a week.
We were just talking about that. We haven't missed a week, which is crazy.
We haven't missed a week in 2 years, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. We've actually never missed a real week. It's actually crazy. Since 2023. Through it all, man. They just
we'll talk more about that next week. If you know, you know.
Absolutely. Episode 99. We don't even say the numbers of our episodes.
I don't think we ever did.
We've never did that. That's never been a thing. Maybe like during the first 10, like, damn, we really did this 10 straight weeks in a row. After that, no. We barely say our names. We barely say our names. But
we're getting better at that. But
exactly. But if you want to contribute,
donations. I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. and you got the power to change that.
I think for the 100th episode, I might just start. I just might change the whole soundboard. I might just have different sounds.
Some sounds you still have to keep no matter what. Like the Dana sounds, you have to keep. Those not going nowhere.
Dana ain't never leaving this.
That's what happens when you're with black women.
It has to happen because you know it.
Life changing.
Come on, Dana.
Life changing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's never leaving. That's leaving. It was never something else that's never gonna leave is Leland.
All I hear is this that check came me. I love it when you talk to me. My cat's the sea. My cat's the sea.
Sounds like a
when you talk to me. My cat's the sea. My cat's the sea. This that check.
Every week when I post a podcast, they always tell me there's a copyright claim on one of the sounds, and it's the Leland one. It's like AI is got y'all niggas fooled.
Yeah,
because they think it's drum. They truly think this is drum.
I was like, the more like it's starting to sound like because we just hear it every week. It's starting to sound like the original one. Like but no, it is not drum. It's AI.
Hot take.
Terrible.
Hot take. They gonna hate this one. It may sound a little better than drum. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're not ready for that conversation. Oh I can't keep pushing no AI agenda, but I turned on that drum. I turned on the original.
They got videos with AI where it's like people talking now.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Good. Very wicked. But
we in the book of Revelations, my brother. We are in the book of Revelations. We are in the end times. That's something I care about. Let's talk about some stuff that
we do not care.
We don't care about. We don't care about a race war. We don't care about the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing. Even though I do care for y'all to stop talking about it.
All she did was this happens every basketball game. Somebody get pushed. A hard foul happens every basketball game. It turned into a race war. I was like, this is going to happen. This happens literally every game in the playoffs. That's happened. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah, it's just I want y'all to understand all this discourse happened because somebody did a take foul and another person reacted to it in an aggressive manner. It's all that happened. They let it go immediately.
They had a normal reaction. Like she pushed her, the girl got up and said some words to her. Oh, like please shut up.
This is what happens when y'all don't let women just be athletes. They won't let women be athletes. That's the problem. We see this all the time. We see this in men's basketball games.
And it don't become that. It don't become. Jokic killed one of the Morris twins, and it didn't become a race war.
Hey, no, dead ass. I almost texted you this. Let what's that guy's name? Jaden Daniels. Yeah. Even when Jaden Daniels pushed SGA.
Oh yeah, Jamie Daniels.
Let Angel Reese do some shit like that to Caitlin Clark.
No.
Let it happen. See,
man, listen, bro. And then did you see that one video? Like, I guess it was who was it? Was it W? No, it had to have been the Fever. They were like, describe Angel Reese in one word, and all the fans were like, ghetto, a thug. And I'm just like, this is horrible. Why are you guys doing this?
This is bad. But
all of y'all
I don't know if this is a hot. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. But I'm not going to use it for my hot take. But it's just like double standards are a thing, and it's okay to have. Stop telling me what you do in the NBA. That shit borderline crazy too. Stop telling me what you get away with in the NBA and say the WNBA couldn't handle it. Of course they can't. Why do we want to do that? Just because you call Tyrese Haliburton a bitch, that don't mean Angel Reese should take it. Nigga, no. Y'all want to be. That's those the same niggas. Those the same niggas that be trying to justify putting their hands on women. Y'all want equality. Those are the same niggas. I'm like, bro, the WNBA is a different breed. It's just different. Bro.
You crazy. There's another topic we don't care about that ties into that, but let me get to the other thing we don't care about, which
we
is
do not care.
Ryan Clark and RG3, bro. Like
that Ryan was Clark crazy.
Right? RG3 was a coon, and he makes me so just gosh, RG3 pissing me off so much. But this whole RG3 Ryan Clark reveal, he has a biracial baby and all that. Like, I don't, please, bro. Just why? This also came from the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. It's just like, please, can we stop doing this and just move on? Can we just move on? I don't need to know any of this about you people.
I didn't know he had a biracial child. But like I said,
I just thought the girl was light skinned, bro.
Me personally,
I just thought it was the same. But I was like, oh shoot.
I found out about Ryan Clark's biracial child because of a take foul. This is crazy.
None of this should have happened. Like this whole non-issue became a damn. I don't even know what to call it. God,
bro, a take foul is responsible for this, bro.
This is so annoying. This is so annoying.
Hey, I want to talk about, before we really don't care and we move on, I really do want to talk about my GOAT. I really do want to talk about my GOAT. This let's shed some light on my GOAT real quick. Because every other month I gotta apologize to my GOAT. Oh my God.
Rob Parker was, when he said that about RG3, when he called RG3 a cornball brother all those years ago, like I was like, that's pretty mad. Because like I like RG3 was so, it makes no sense RG3 is like this. He was so cool, like as a player, he was so cool. Like,
until I learn more about him. I don't want to learn more about my athletes, actually.
And he's from like the same area I was from. I thought RG3 was cool, and then he just started talking. I'm like, gosh, this is horrible.
Look at this man preaching the gospel. I know he preaching the gospel in this one picture, right? I know he's saying something crazy. Nah, man. We just, we gotta. What did Deion Sanders say? We gotta start giving people their flowers while they're still here. Oh my God! And I've seen this man in real life on multiple occasions. He's probably one of the most reachable people I've ever met.
Next time you see him, you need to stop him and thank you for saying.
I want to give that man a firm handshake.
You do that, he might end up on. He could watch him be like, you know what? I like you. Get on the show. I'm just saying. But
I've seen last time I saw him, it was last July at the NABJ.
Who does he work for? Is he with ESPN or because they didn't fire him for that?
No. I remember the last thing he was with Fox, and he was doing something with Chris Broussard over there at Fox. Another goat. Right. I remember another goat. Because it's that man. Man, look, man. Hey, we gotta start putting respect on my guys, man. This is crazy.
We do not care.
Yeah, so we don't care about those things. We want y'all to do better. And finally, Tory Lanez, we don't care. Niggas in jail. I don't want to talk about him no more. I mean, we never talked about
jail. He got caught. He's in jail. Like he did, like there was evidence, bro. Like stop it. Y'all are being so stupid.
I saw a tweet. He was like, bro, his music was not that good for y'all to be going crazy like that. Wait, did you see that? Did you see that? That animation? Somebody somebody dropped like an animation of the reenactment of what happened.
No, I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it, bro. This is like, what?
And I'm just like, I was like, who dropped this? Like, it seemed too professional for somebody on Twitter to do. Like, I feel like somebody used a real producer studio to get this done. And I wanted to stop.
Bro. What are we doing?
I wanted to stop, bro. He's in
jail. Leave that woman alone, bro. Leave that woman alone. If and when Tory Lanez gets out of jail, if you like him so much, go listen to his music if and when he gets out. But leave that woman alone. Y'all are terrible human beings.
Horrible, man.
We do not care.
So let's get into the things that we really do care about. All right. We
gotta start it off. Although we've been starting the podcast, but we gotta start off the real deal on a sort of a sad note because Colts owner, the man, the myth, the legend, Jim Irsay, passed away earlier this week. He was 65 years old, which is really not that old for an owner.
It's really retirement age.
Yeah, and Irsay was a wild boy, to say the least. I think we sort of talked about him on the podcast before a couple of times.
Oh, multiple times, especially when that Jonathan Taylor thing happened. He was on a golf cart saying some crazy stuff too.
I don't know what happened. Like his black nanny or something like that one time, or his black mom. I remember that was the thing.
Something crazy.
Like years ago, he got caught like speeding at like 2 a.m. with like a suitcase full of pills. So like he lived a crazy life.
Yeah, in hindsight, he low key moved like he knew his time was coming to an end, like coming to a close. He moving like, yeah, you do have 5 months to live.
Yeah,
that's the best way I can describe it, because like some of that stuff was just so unhinged. I was just like, why are you? Well, like I said, if I knew my date, yeah, of course I'd be moving differently. That's crazy.
I think he inherited ownership of the Colts in the first place from like his dad. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I wonder who's gonna be. Does he have a kid?
That's what I was about to ask. I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up. Do we got kids? Because who can get on here now?
Bro, who took this picture though? This is a fire pick.
No, this is tough.
This is a tough pick. This is what they put on the picture.
He had a band too. What the hell? Who? He had a band, according to Wikipedia. Or he has 3 daughters. He has 3 daughters and 10 grandkids. Golly.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, that's not bad. 3 daughters, 10 kids. That's not that crazy.
10.
What is she?
So they have, so they each have at least 3.
Yeah, so that's not that crazy for real.
So one probably has 4. And and they're in a different tax bracket, so they don't care. They don't care. Damn. That's interesting.
So
I don't know, man. I just think I mean, normally under any circumstance, if this news was to happen 2 weeks ago, this would have definitely been on the We Do Not Care. But
nah, you can't be like, oh, we don't care about this dead guy.
We've done that before. We literally did that. We literally did that with John Elway killing somebody.
But I'm a different person than I was 2 weeks ago, though.
All right, bro. I feel like he's leading the top of the show because of his impact. Yeah. I feel like his impact in the city is just that contagious.
He has a final tweet, but we'll get to that in a couple more segments. We'll get to his final tweet in a couple more segments, but it was interesting. Maybe there was a sacrifice, we don't know. But anyways, the NFL, they had their whole little rule change meeting that they do every single year. And the topic with the Tush push was brought up again. If you don't know what that is, that's the play that the Philadelphia Eagles use more than anybody and also better than anybody, where they just line up Jalen Hurts behind center and get the running backs to push him forward and nobody can stop him. Because every time they need 1 yard, they always get it because Jalen Hurts squats like 600 pounds. So you can't really stop that. And they had their annual meeting or whatever, and people voted on it trying to ban it. And the Tush push is still here to stay. And I am one of the people that don't think it should be banned because, listen, everybody, like, it's like, not everybody, but many teams, I feel like a little bit less than half of all NFL teams have tried to do the Tush push. And the only one that was good at it is the Eagles. It's the Eagles and the Bills because Josh Allen is a Giant as well. But it's just like, they're just trying to ban it because they suck at it. They keep saying, oh, it's player safety and blah, blah, blah. No, y'all just suck at it. Get over it, loser. And I think the Packers are one of the people who were like the prominent people trying to ban the Tush push. Yeah, they only doing that because they tried to do it and they fucking failed. Every time they try, it don't work.
They finna fuck around and get Jordan Love injured.
Like Jordan Love he's big, but he's not. He's like skinny too. He's like still skinny, so he's not gonna be able to do all that Jalen Hurts does.
That nigga's not Jalen Hurts. That nigga's not Josh Allen. Whatever quarterback. Like, if I forgot, because there was a list of teams that I think there was like 10 teams that were like against it.
I
forgot the teams that were against it, but I'm looking at the teams like, oh, okay, like there's a lot of AFC heavy teams because obviously they don't care. They don't give a damn. They don't care, and neither should y'all. But that's how I feel about. I just don't care enough to even. I don't care enough to vote. Like if I want them people, I wouldn't care to vote. I don't care. Like they won, and it's not even me personally. It's not even as effective as it once was when Jason. Like people downplay how impactful Jason Kelce was.
He was a big factor of the success of the Tush. Like they're still really good at it, but Jason Kelce was moving bodies for real, and that's one of the main reasons they would get yards on the Tush push.
Exactly, especially on that goal line. Nah, yeah. Now, if you want to say, it was unfair from a fantasy perspective, I can understand. Cause boy, when I picked Jalen Hurts that 1 year, oh my god, Tush push galore. I probably was the biggest advocate. That's there. Do it again.
The only thing I don't like about the Tush push though is it has I like Jalen Hurts. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. But
I see what
because of Tush push, he gets so many like touchdowns because it's like just 1 yard they need, and they always get that 1 yard. I think he's about to break like Cam Newton's rushing touchdown record, and it's just like, man, it's like looking back in the history books, it's gonna be so disrespectful because Cam Newton, he actually had to run to get those touchdowns for real. Like he was somersaulting people and running people over and doing like flips over people to get these touchdowns. And Jalen Hurts just taking like a couple little steps. He's getting. That's the only thing I don't really like about it. But I mean, like
my only counter to that is the fact that Jalen Hurts is he's somebody that's built enough to get it out the mud himself. Yeah. So I'm not mad, and I've seen him get it out the mud himself. So I'm not even mad that he would still like get. He's close to that record. Like I'm not as upset as it would like now, imagine if it was like a Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like if it was somebody that was like, oh, like if it wasn't for this tush push, you would be nowhere close to it. Then I'll probably I don't like this tush push at all. But the fact that Jalen Hurts, I've seen him like physically do it, I'm like, okay. I can still be upset and feel some type of way, but it gets diminished when I still see highlights of him trucking defenders. Like I literally see him go through defenders' chest. Like, oh, okay, well, all right. Mm-hmm. How can I be mad? How can I be mad for him? But
moving on from that though, I know last week we said we didn't care that flag football is coming to the Olympics, but it's officially been like approved that NFL players can go to the Olympics and play flag football. And like, respect to the flag football players. Respect to them. I think it's so stupid though. I think it's so stupid. Why are these NFL players trying to play flag football? I don't. No.
Look, man.
You're gonna get hurt. Stop.
Look, man.
The only people that should play is the quarterback because they don't got to run that much, I don't think.
Oh, damn. It reminds me of that, and we'll talk about it after the pod. That damn, what you call it? You sent me that TikTok of people that can play flag football, but they can't be in their positions or something like that. I remember that TikTok.
Oh,
I remember that that you sent me. I definitely want to replicate that soon. But at first I wasn't going to care, and then I heard these two people talk on a microphone. And now we must have discourse. Enemies of the show, Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. They have something to say about flag football. This is another guy that's talking on the other half. I could care less. I just wanted to find the video.
If the
Can you hear
NFL
this?
played a professional flag football team, they gonna lose.
Just listen.
I don't know why y'all thinking y'all can just take these guys just because these guys are professional football players. These guys play professional flag football. There's a difference.
And for the 100th time, if you take a professional flag football team and you take the best NFL players against that flag football team, and they played 100 times, the flag football team will annihilate the NFL players 100 goddamn times.
Watch the switch. Watch the
Every
switch.
time.
Yes. That's just like saying the University of Florida, because they won the national championship, they'll beat the worst NBA team. You and I both know that ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
Ocho, how many times we go through this? Man, Alabama won. Man, Alabama beat the Cleveland Browns. Alabama beat the Jags. Alabama get their ass toe slam up.
Man, look, I don't know where to start, but let's talk about it.
All right,
this is their way.
All right. Don't really care about you, my brother. No shade to you. No shade to you. And I'll be watching this content. He cool, but this not about you. Now, it sparked up a lot of conversation. Almost to like it didn't get to Twitter just yet, but it sparked it's on that 100-man versus a gorilla conversation level on the TikTok side of things. Of, do you believe these NFL players would just win this flag football thing? But do you believe this? He has a take that I'll probably bring up later, but I want to know your thoughts. I just want to know your thoughts just on general what they were saying, like your first reaction to it.
Just a team of all NFL players, would they get like the gold medal, or would they just win the flag football game? What do you mean?
Go win gold. On some NBA shit, on some NBA shit, we just gonna grab a collective of players and we gonna send them.
It won't be on the NBA stuff, because I do think they could still win, but it's I don't think it's gonna be easy at all. Because like going to seeing actual flag football being played like intramurally or whatever in college, and like is low key like a different set of like rules and movements that like the super good players do with flag football, like how they be running out of nowhere and they just like hit like the little dip so you can't grab the flag and all that. Like it's different. And then they be short as hell too, make it harder to grab the flag. And all these NFL players, like Justin Jefferson is not that big of a human, but he's still pretty big. Like he like 6'2", maybe like 180. Like it's gonna be easy to grab him, like grab his flag and everything, relatively speaking, to like a 5'5" person. So I think they could get gold. I think they'll medal. If it's an all NFL team. I don't know about gold, but I do think they'll at least medal.
Just off of your limited knowledge, because we don't know nothing about flag football.
Yep.
Which country do you think would give us the most issues?
China.
That's so real.
This so might sound bad, but like my flag football, like in college, I seen them Asians. They was going crazy, bro. Like, they was a good team.
They shifty.
Yes,
they shifty as hell,
bro. And I'm like, okay, they might fuck us up, bro.
Then I gotta start checking. Then I gotta start checking these NFL players and making sure they all from America. I was like, damn, you know what I mean? So I be learning.
Because hell of Nigerian players in the NFL. A Nigerian flag football team could be nice.
That's what I'm saying. It take the Olympic time to figure out. Okay, damn, SGA Canadian. Okay, oh damn, Jamal too. Oh damn, oh Dylan Brooks. Oh damn, I didn't know so many of y'all were Canadian. Or how some people be. Some people want to go the Joel Embiid route and just, I'm from here. I have citizenship here, and I got citizenship here, but I'm gonna still play them. It's just that dual citizenship be fucking niggas up. I would say, I ain't gonna lie, a Nigerian football team, a Nigerian flag football team, that would
be very tough.
That might be an issue. I don't really.
The all Nigerian football team in general would probably be good. Just getting that out of the way.
You don't think actual football will ever be a part of the Olympics, right?
No, it's not wide enough.
Okay,
and I just want to make way too much money for owners to let them I'm honestly surprised the owners are letting them do this, but thinking about it, I can see how they're like, it's going to grow the game, make people a little bit more interested in football, get us them overseas dollars type. But I'm still surprised the owners are letting the players do this, because I don't even want to say a name because I don't want nobody to get hurt, but watch your star player go down there, make a wrong cut, boom, tears ACL, or do something, boom, Achilles gone. Like, Is it worth it? No. Like,
I mean, that could easily happen in the Pro Bowl. So,
and that's why niggas don't play the Pro Bowl no more.
I mean, they play flag in the Pro Bowl though.
No,
So
they stopped that.
They stopped that.
They Madden and do dodgeball in the Pro Bowl.
Hey, being around these athletes, I'm learning, man, you can injure yourself in so many ways.
I remember there was that one story like Antonio Cromartie. He like tore his Achilles. He was like going downstairs at his house trying to get some pizza to like get from the delivery dude, and he slipped and tore his Achilles. So it could happen.
I still think about that John Wall. Like he was recovering from his one. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a knee tear. I don't know what it was. He fell down them stairs, tore the other shit. He was out for a whole nother year. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Just doing normal shit, man. Just doing normal shit, man. This I hate that it had to happen. But yeah, I think ultimately, I think the original guy that posted that, he kind of made it like, I think this is more of a theory because he was like, I think they don't believe that they'll get annihilated. He was just saying, I think they're trying to do this to kind of push more players to do this like flag football, like on some Noah Lyles shit is what he was saying. Like I feel like a lot of within the NFL to just have representation in the Olympics. I think a lot of people. I think he was just like, yeah, a lot of people. He feels like a lot of people internally are just kind of like trying to rage bait, garner attention, start these debates so they can be like, okay, like, nah, like sign me up because y'all niggas talking too reckless now, type situation. Which I guess I could agree, maybe, but at the same time,
we do not care.
I mean, Jackson, keep it a buck. We gonna go to that shit, right?
What?
We going to the Olympics. We going to the Olympics, right?
Honestly, yeah. Like,
that bitch in LA.
Well,
that bitch in LA.
We gotta see if the Olympics will still be here in 2020. 2028? Because this country doing some crazy stuff right now. So I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, all things considered, if nothing changes in the world, I expect us to be there, man. I expect us to be there.
I don't know. Who was it? Wasn't it? What's his name? He was talking about like the Bad Bunny tour. He was like, somebody was going on tour, and it was like, yeah, we'll let you people in for the tour, but as soon as it's over, y'all have to leave. Y'all can't. No, he was talking about the World Cup. They was like, we'll let you guys in for the World Cup, but as soon as it's over, y'all better leave because y'all cannot stay. You will be deported. I was like, nigga, what do you? I came here to see the soccer, and you trying to arrest me?
Bro, threatening deportation immediately. Yo, threatening deportation at the gate is crazy.
Like, bro. So I'll leave it though. I'll leave it though.
You know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead. It's about that time. Did you want to go? Did you want to go to Haliban, or do you want to go to all NBA results?
You gotta start. Let's do the All NBA because the Haliban, he's on the All NBA team. So I really need him. They won't do it, but I need them to call him the Haliban.
They ain't got a Gus Johnson on it. That's the problem. They ain't got a Mark Jones.
When that shot bounced up in the air, they should be like the Haliban's in the tower. But I was like, I know they're not never gonna do that.
They're not, especially not in New York. Not with that history. It's not happening. I think the NBA has been in a really good place, just in general.
Yeah, despite what everybody might say, but the NBA.
Fuck them Raiders. I've been enjoying myself. Like, I don't care.
It's been a good playoffs, but another award was officially announced, and that is the NBA MVP award, it took them forever to announce it. I think from now, I think they should really just announce all the awards really before the first playoff game. Just because the MVP is probably going to be in the playoffs, so just go ahead and do that. Didn't they used to do it like that anyway?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the first round. Well, with the MVP, they probably used to do it if not the first round, definitely by the second round. They definitely didn't wait to the conference finals. But I think they should just, after the season's over, I think there should be like a week resting period, like a week dead period, where you just get the awards out the way, figure out who's gonna do what, like who's all NBA this, all NBA that. Because the voting has been over. The voting been over for weeks. It's not like you start
regular season award. So like, what are we doing here?
Do it after the regular season. Have that week to do whatever you need to do, and then announce the MVP at the end of the week, so that by the time you're at the start of the playoffs, game one is when you're like doing the MVP trophy in front of the crowd. Because I like that. I've always been a fan of going to your home crowd and doing the whole MVP stuff. I never liked the award show after everything was over with. Hated that method because there was just too many fired coaches winning coach of the year. Like, all right, my nigga, like, this is
that would drive me insane, bro. That would drive me crazy.
now you got Dwayne Casey with a straight face holding a coach of the year trophy, my nigga. That's crazy. But yeah, just have a week where you're just not playing basketball. It gives time. It gives players time to rest, or it just use that week where you're doing the playing tourney. Like, you can still have your playing tourney and then just drop all the awards happening. So by the time the actual playoffs start, get the shit out the way. I don't know why. I don't know why they be waiting. It's crazy.
Adam Silver, don't steal our idea unless you're gonna pay us. If you hear this, just putting that out there. But I don't even think I actually said who won the MVP. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder, he was officially announced as the MVP of the National Basketball Association. Many people believe it should be Jokic and all that because he's always gonna be in the running for it. But nope, they gave it to SGA and sort of overdue. I thought he should have won it last season, but I'm glad he got one for real. So yeah,
I hate that trophy, man.
Why you hate it?
Bring the old trophy back.
I don't remember what the old trophy looked like. I'm not gonna hold you. But like, no, it's fine. Actually, no, it's not. This is very weird looking. No, I think about it.
I don't like what it. I don't like.
No, it's a weird trophy.
Let me see. Old MVP trophy. I'm about to.
Nah, it's a weird trophy. I can't even lie.
Yeah, let me show you the other one.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't like. I guess it's supposed to be. What is this? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I forgot who that's supposed to be.
I think so. Do you got glasses on?
This is what the trophies usually look like.
Oh yeah, this is much better. This is so much better.
Yeah, like when Steph Curry won them.
This is much better. Okay, no, this is Michael Jordan on the trophy.
That's Michael Jordan.
Look at the thing to your left.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's Michael Jordan. Like what?
That's not even. That's not, when I think of Michael Jordan. That's not the move I think of.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell this is.
I guess that's MJ, but no.
I'm saying, man, I don't even know why we had to change the design. The design looked high.
Bad after Michael Jordan, if you're gonna do it, like it's not that big of a deal.
Like, who was it before? I guess it was just supposed to be Jerry West or some shit.
I don't think it's anybody. It's just
a generic ass nigga.
It's the and one dude.
Now you see this, and then you see this shit right here. This just don't look good, bro. I'm sorry. Just don't look good, man. I'm sorry, man.
Actually, I wouldn't be saying I won the MVP, so it don't even matter. But
it don't matter. It don't matter to me. But yeah, it just. At first, I was like, oh, maybe it's just a thing where like Joel Embiid got it, so it's always gonna look weird. But then after Joel Embiid, the MVP step, they still kept looking weird. All right, it's done. It's over.
But moving on from the MVP, or rather, not even moving on, but keeping with the MVP, we got to go into the playoffs because the Thunder are putting belt to ass to the Minnesota Timberwolves because they've dominated them in the 2 games they played. The Thunder are up 2-0 in the series. And I've long been a OKC in 5 believer, but I could be wrong because it could be OKC in 4. And
Yeah,
I don't I don't think the Timberwolves are gonna get swept, but like, man, it'd be looking hectic. I'll tell you that. And they play tonight. So by the time y'all listen to this, y'all will have the answer whether or not they're win. But good lord, it'd be looking hectic out there.
They don't have an answer for that nigga, bro.
They don't have an like.
SGA just be hooping, bro. Like that.
That's I hate when like, oh, he's a foul merchant, he blah blah blah. Like, and people like, oh, I don't like his game. Like, I watch it and I'm like, I don't get what you guys don't like about it, because it's like when he gets fouled, they are like, Grant, he doesn't get fouled, or people are like, oh, he gets fouled, or rather, let me figure out the phrases properly. Like, people act like he's getting fouled at like, or he's drawing more fouls than anybody else, but that's not true, because it's like, I think it was something that said like 20 other MVPs drew or went to the free throw line more than him, and he's not even getting fouled that much. And when he does get fouled, like, they're actual fouls. But the thing is, like,
we did a whole TikTok on this. Giannis leads the league in fouls, my nigga.
And the thing is, like, he still make the shots. Like, that's the impressive part. Like, he be getting hit and making the shots. Like, he takes the contact and that's the most impressive part about his game. Like, you can't really. Like in game 1, he started off very rough, but then in the second half, he was just like, "Oh, I'm used to this now. I understand it now." Face ass. And he just started like making everything, and then he continued that in game 2, and it's just I don't get what people don't like about his game. To be honest, he's tough. I wish he dunked on people, but that's not him. So I guess that's the only thing you can say about it.
Yeah, I just think like. Niggas be talking about the mid range is dead and bring the mid range back, and that's your modern. That's what it is. Like he played like Kobe would play. Like he not like
if Kobe wasn't as athletic, he'd play like SGA. Like that's literally it.
Like he just plays a mature style of basketball of like, nigga, stop jumping. Stop jumping. And like that's why I never really complained about like SGA and the foul baiting, especially
like it's not like it's like Embiid when he foul bait, because like Embiid he gets hit and he flops, and I hate the fact that Embiid just be falling to the ground because like he's too big for all that. But it's not like that. It's just I don't know, it's just a little different with SGA.
Yeah, I think it hits different when your big man is trying to draw fouls like a guard.
Yeah. I think
like, all right, what are we fucking doing? Get in the paint and get the foul the hard way. But with SGA, like I never really complain. Well, first of all, I would never have any room to complain. Versus based off of Houston's history alone, there's really no room to complain ever when you've employed James Harden for decades, nigga. So that wasn't a problem. But even then, like for me, it looked more aesthetically pleasing anyway. And on top of that, even when the Rockets used to play the Thunder, like we were still able to play our brand of defense, and I feel like we play a very physical style of defense. Like, and at the end of the day, I don't think there was ever a time where I'm like, nigga, that's not a fucking foul. Like, no, Tyrese, stop jumping, nigga. Dylan Brooks, get your hands off that nigga waist. Like at the end of the day, I don't get it. Now there's phantom fouls here and there, but that can be said for quite literally any other guard. Like that happens anytime. And I like Shea's approach because he don't give a fuck. Like when people talk about it, he fuck with it. He was talking about how them complaining means they care. He was like, because I remember like 2 or 3 years ago when I was averaging 12 free throws a night, and we were the 10th seed. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a fuck. But now that I'm averaging less free throws a game, but I'm knocking out your favorite player in the playoffs, you care. You crying. And I fuck with that energy. Niggas be acting like SGA don't be talking shit. That nigga be talking shit in his own way. That nigga has CP3 as a big bro. Like I know that nigga be talking crazy. I know he talk crazy. So I fuck with it. I just didn't know he had a son. I didn't know he had a child. I didn't know that. That was new to me. Shout out to him.
but sort of steering your bet to the game a little bit. Do you think Minnesota can? Because like when OKC gets on a run, it's just like they just keep going. Like because they might struggle once they get on like that one run in like the third quarter or the end of the second. It just the game is over right there because once they get on that, they can't be stopped. Do you think there's anything Minnesota? Do you think Minnesota has a chance in the series?
Oh, to win?
Yeah.
Like to win the series?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything they could do. No, I don't think there was anything they could do. But
what do you think?
I think they can win the game.
Okay.
I think they can win the game. I think they can still win game 3 because people kind of forget that even Memphis attempted in game 3 to blow them niggas out. Now when John got hurt and them niggas came back, that was a different story. But I believe going to Minnesota, I think Ant and that guy Julius Randle, I think they can summon up at least one game where they can win one. Because it's not like they're getting blown out from the jump. It's just over time. They can't keep up. They can't keep up with them. So I think people need to understand Minnesota overachieved. Like, stop trying to make them something that they're not. Nobody had Minnesota making it to the finals before the season started because y'all were still scratching your head on why Karl Anthony Towns got traded for Julius Fullius. So, and they were struggling most.
We disrespected Julius Randle on this platform before, but I can't even. He's hooping right now. He's hooping. He's going crazy these playoffs. So we got to put some respect on Julius' name. He's playing right now.
He hooping.
Him and Cat, to be honest, like that was a win-win trade, which is crazy, but because nobody would have expected that. But
nobody was expecting that to be a win-win trade. Nobody was expecting that to be a win-win trade. I think even though Julius Randle is hitting all these shots, as a nigga that had Josh Smith employed, I know how this ends. You shooting crazy right now, which means you're gonna continue to shoot that clip, even when it's not going your way. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You shooting 10 for 18 right now. And then in game 4, it go to 2 to 18. And now we're like, nigga, why are you still throwing these shots up, man? This is crazy. But yeah, I think they weren't even supposed, if we're being honest, with the right lineup, there was questions on if they were going to be able to win each of their rounds. People still question if would it be a closer series if Steph Curry was playing. If the Lakers had a big, would it look different? So, like we said, like they were low key 2 games away from being in the play-in. So just keep it at that. Though I don't need Anthony Edwards soliloquies and think pieces right now. This is an incomplete team. Nobody had them going this far. He overachieved in my book.
They just need that one final piece wearing number 7 for the Phoenix Suns right now. Or no, we're in number 35 for the Phoenix Suns. Whatever number he would the Suns. I don't know. He'd be changing his number. But they need the Slim Reaper. That's who they need.
I was like, number who? Who are you talking about?
He'd be changing his number. But anyways.
Yeah.
Greg, the Haliban has took out 2 buildings in New York. The Haliban hit 2 towers.
Hell yeah.
And all of this coming off after Jim Irsay's final tweet being good luck to the entire Pacers.
Oh man, what did he know? Oh wow.
It makes you think. It makes you think.
Nah, man. I told you, what you call it? When Jim Irsay, passed away, I was like, yo, the Colts finna go crazy this go around. The Colts finna go crazy. That's what I was thinking. But then I kind of forgot about the rest of Indiana. They got Caitlin Clark and they got Tyrese Haliburton. I told you about this. The 3 great white hopes. are all in the city, are all in the state of Indiana. Get 3 great
Clark.
white holes. Caitlin
Who are
Clark.
you? Caitlin Clark.
Huh? Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Biracial Tyrese Haliburton. And Daniel Jones.
All right, bro, shut up.
We right here.
Daniel Jones. I was like, who is this? I was like, who is the third one?
They finna go crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious.
If you don't think Daniel Jones finna go crazy, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't think that Daniel Jones is not finna be in the starting lineup at some point this season, boy,
he might be in that starting lineup at some point. He's not gonna go. It's Daniel Jones. He's not going to go crazy. Daniel Jones is never.
Man, I mean, you downplaying the Jim Irsay effect, man. You downplaying the Jim Irsay effect.
It's gonna be just like this picture, but for football.
Yeah, they did.
He gonna guide the pass.
They had what you call it? Indiana, the coach not even this not even new to them. Didn't they do this before? Chuck Pagano had something going on with him. I don't know if it was cancer or something.
He had cancer.
Them niggas they rally behind him. They rally behind him. You never know. Like I said, I'm not saying that Daniel Jones is a good player by any means. I'm just saying, check to that state. I feel like real conversation need to be had about buckets. Because if it worked for Indiana, man.
When I got that notification, I almost was like, you know what? Let me not do it. But I almost But I ain't gonna lie. Back to the game. Back to the game.
All this in Texas.
The pace has been going crazy. That's all it was. The pace has been going. It's like actually no. Aaron Neesmith, he's been going crazy because with game 1 he hit 5 straight threes. Like with Indiana, because I do think the finals is going to be OKC, Indy, much to the chagrin of like all the people who want ratings and blah blah blah. But I think that's going to be a good series if and when it does happen. But like with Indiana, it's like no lead is safe with them, even if it's up like unless it's like a 30-point game with like 2 minutes left, then you're good. But like with the Knicks, they came back. They was down like 14 with like a minute left, and they won the game in overtime. So it's just like, what are we even doing? Like, and they've done that multiple times this season. I think Haliburton is like 11 of 12 or 11 of 13 for like game winning or game tying shots at the end of regulation. So like he's a real Mr. Clutch or real clutch player of the year, clutch player of the playoffs at least. But
that's what I'm saying, bro.
India's tough, and I don't know what New York can do because I don't think they really got shit for them, to be honest. Like New York has the only good players on New York are Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. Everybody else is Mr. Robinson is decent. Everybody else isn't good. Everybody on the Pacers can score. And everybody on the Pacers is like they might not be elite, but everybody on the Pacers is good at minimum.
Yeah, the Pacers aren't pussy. And on top of that, I do want to respect Josh Hart. But the Pacers aren't pussy. The Pacers are not pussy. That's the problem right there. Like, no, there's nobody that's scared of the moment. Like, nobody, like, the difference between me looking at the Knicks and me looking at the Pacers, if Aaron Nembhard hits me with a step back jumper, not that I live with it, but it's just kind of like, okay, this is the Pacers. Yeah. If Deuce McBride did the same thing for the Knicks, my first reaction is, why the fuck did you shoot that? Pass that shit to Jalen Brunson, my nigga. Like, that's the mindset I have. I don't trust nobody else. But
you only really trust Jalen Brunson at the end of games. But with the Pacers, they spread the ball out so much, anybody can. Like I said, Neesmith, he hit, like, I think it was 5 or 6 straight, NBA or playoff record, 5 straight threes to get them back in that game. And then Haliburton hit the shot that hit all the way up in the air and came down, and he did the like I told you he would do. I told you he was gonna do that shit.
Yeah, so like, it ultimately just helps like Tyrese because it's just like you have to play honest. You have to respect every player on that court. Like even when Tyrese like did that crazy step back, Like Miles Turner was in the corner, but I already knew Tyrese. I feel like
as soon as when he came up the court, I was like, yeah, he's shooting. At first, I was like, he might try to get to knees, and I was like, nah, he wants.
He not. Nah, I feel like I figured him out. I feel like he do all that passing shit in the beginning just to get everybody going. Like, hey, yo, look, feed everybody, get you facilitator pass first. That last minute to 30 seconds, like, that's all me, bro. Like, I'm not passionate to nobody unless I just have to. I'm gaming that bitch. And
he 11 for 12. He's gaming the bitches.
He gaming the bitches with that ugly ass shot. He gaming that bitch. And it's just I don't think the Knicks, honestly, before this series like started, I had the Knicks going in, but it just feels like that Knicks Celtic series where like the Knicks just like surprised niggas in game one. And so, okay, well, that's just game one. And then surprise niggas in game two, and now everybody's like, oh shit. All right. No, hold on. Because none of y'all niggas are LeBron. Because that's the only nigga. Was it Golden State in 2017 and any LeBron-led Cavs team back in the day are the only teams where I'm not phased when they go 0-2. Nah, okay, it's 0-2, but we still got Bron, my nigga. No, this go around. Yeah, I'm nervous for them niggas. I'm not gonna lie. You couldn't win in MSG. You about to go to Indiana and you gotta win in Indiana. I don't know.
Hard, but it might be Pacers in 4. But they look dominant. They look better than. Not even look. They are better than the Knicks. Like, I think Jalen Brunson. Those are like probably the two of the most talented players in the series. Haliburton's obviously up there as well, and Pascal Siakam, because he also went crazy last game. But outside, like I said, the Knicks don't really have good players for real. They just have players that play a lot. Like Josh Hart, he doesn't do a bucket. He just rebound and play hard. What's his name? Mitchell Robinson. He can't make his free throw. Like he's a great defensive presence. He don't really do much on offense. He'll get you offensive rebound, but he's not making those. Not scoring no points. He's not making no free throws, and they do that hack and Mitch, and it works. OG is good on occasion. He good when that little Asian girl there. That's the only time he's good. When the gymnast, when she's there, he's good. Mikal Bridges is a lot streakier than I thought he would be, to be completely honest. And then Jalen Brunson, just Jalen Brunson. Like Jalen Brunson, just perpetually good. So and then there's Cat, who's also Cat's good, but he can't get you nothing on defense. So that's why they sat him for most of the fourth quarter last game, and they lost that game. So
yeah, I think when it comes to one thing I will say, especially this season, when it comes to Cat, especially in the playoffs, like damn, this nigga is shooting the shit out the ball. Oh my god. That nigga shooting shit the ball. But I will say, I do want to have a conversation about like the actual game that happened, because I really do have a true hot take. That fouling up 3 is one of the most overrated things I've ever seen in my life. You don't have to foul up 3 every single time. Like, you got to know your personnel. Sometimes just play defense, bro. Yeah. It's okay to just play defense. There's this time
if you believe in yourself, nigga, tighten up. You don't have to do
that. I feel like the Knicks. I feel like if you're not a good free throw shooting team, why the fuck would I want you fouling up 3? Why would I? They try fouling up they try fouling up like crazy, and the Knicks out here missing free throws. I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose. This defeats the purpose if you're not gonna go on the other end and make your free throws. Exactly. And now you didn't made them come back and whatever. And game 2. Because they thinking about getting fouled up 3, Jalen Brunson just took that heave. He took that heave because they thought the Pacers was finna try to foul up 3. Because that's not even Jalen Brunson be taking crazy shots. That's not a normal shot that Brunson be.
Like, that's not a normal crazy shot. Like, he will shoot a deep 3, not that deep.
Yeah, but and he'll set it up differently. He never really just Steph Curry pull up like that's not your game.
If anything, should have waited for the defender to get close. Well, granted, there wasn't that much time left in the first place, so I guess never mind. But
yeah, it was like 8 seconds. It was like 8 seconds on the clock. But because they're thinking in the mindset of, oh, they're probably gonna foul. They're probably gonna foul. It's like, no, we're gonna play defense.
And if you make the shot and we go into overtime, we're gonna win because we did that last time. We can beat.
That's what I learned.
The Pacers are not scared at all.
They're not scared.
They know they go into every game knowing that they can win and they probably will win.
He was like, yeah, I trust my defense. When I look at the Houston Rockets, bro, don't foul up. I trust Amen Thompson. Go play defense. If he scores on you, it was meant to be. It was meant to be for you to get scored on. Because Amen Thompson been scored on before. But yeah, that's my main thing. Yeah, people need to stop like overrating because they start saying on the broadcast too. Oh, at some point, you up 3. I feel you got a foul. No, we don't.
Like what?
We don't. I promise you, we don't. But that's all I really had. The Haliban is back. The Haliban is back. I appreciate it.
Real fast. Who do you think is hated more now, Haliburton or Trae Young?
That's a good question.
Is it still Trae Young? I don't know.
I think it might. I think Trae Young has been there a little bit more. Okay, I'll say it like this:
Trae Young has done it more. He's messed him. He's messed him up way more.
He messed him up way more, and he goes out his way to troll New York more. I think even in the Western Conference, even in the conference finals, he tweeted out, said, "Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That OKC crowd way louder than the MSG." Like he's saying that as a nigga just sitting at home, like he just doing it. He's like what Vernon Maxwell is to Utah fans. Like he go crazy like that. But I think with Haliburton, it was just a crazy moment where it's like, damn, this is probably like the worst loss I've ever experienced. But like it's Tyrese Haliburton versus Trae Young. Bro, if Trae Young did that same thing,
they would have stormed the court.
Oh my god. Nah, like I think because with Trae, because there's people say fuck Trae Young chance, like even when they're not playing Trae Young, that's just like an ongoing thing that they do. So I think more years in the game have to happen. I think you have to invite Tyrese Haliburton's dad back into like arenas again. Maybe that might up the ante. Maybe that might work. I'm not sure.
You think because we both believe that Indy's going to the finals. You think they'll let him back for the finals?
Hell no. No, fuck no. They're not even considering it until the start of next season. He's done for the rest. He's done for the rest of the year.
Oh my god!
When they saw Giannis angry, they was like, you know what? Let's find
out. Like, everybody be like, man, free Haliburton. No, that nigga, like, he almost got his ass decapitated by Giannis, bro. No, keep that nigga locked up for his safety.
We're helping you. We're helping you because he can't. Because he can't afford. He can't afford to be acting like that in New York. He can't afford to act like that in New York.
They were throwing trash cans, or not? They were throwing trash cans at people, but they were throwing trash at Brian Windhorst. He's trying to go to his hotel. Like, what are we doing?
Hey, did you see that? Hey, wait, real quick. Did you see the Kendrick Perkins next to Stephen A? There was a picture floating around of Kendrick Perkins.
I saw that live when it happened. I was like, damn.
No,
when I saw it on TV, I was like, damn.
That's not the funny part. The funny part was in the comments section. Somebody, you remember that Colin Cowherd video of him talking to LeBron James after seeing Ben Simmons? He was like, you remember like, hey LeBron, we're good, bro. We had Ben Simmons. We're good, bro. He was like, he was just like, everybody was just like, yo, meet a Brian Windhorst right now. We're good, bro. We're good. I was cracking up. telling Brian Windhorst we're good because we have Kendrick Perkins now is insane. That's nasty. That's so nasty. People got too much time on their hands, but you know, this is why we gotta this is why the Haliban must complete. They must complete the process. They got
definitely will. Definitely will before they get gentlemen swept by the Thunder. But we'll talk about that when it happens.
But is it about that time?
I think it is. I think it is about that time.
I don't even think this is a debate. I just think people don't talk about it as much as it needs to.
Okay.
Joe Flacco had the greatest Super Bowl run as a QB in NFL history. I don't think it's close. Like people talk about people talk about what's that nigga name? Eli Manning when he had to go against that juggernaut of a Patriots team. And I salute to him. So I definitely didn't need Brady winning that Super Bowl at that time. But they talk about other people. But as a quarterback, I truly do not believe. No, I truly don't believe anybody had a better or greater Super Bowl run from the QB position than Joe Flacco. Starting with the wild card. Your wild card matchup was against Andrew Luck. So you had to beat Andrew Luck. Then you had to go into Denver.
That Denver, like I remember that Super Bowl run. That Denver game was crazy because they went on like a last minute touch. I remember that. That game was crazy.
You had to go in there in OT and be Peyton Manning. And then you had to go to New England and be Tom Brady. And then you had to go into the Super Bowl with what in hindsight now is 2020. The highest peak version of Colin Kaepernick. And give Ray Lewis, who was going to retire that year, his second Super Bowl.
Wasn't Ed Reed there too?
He's a what?
Was Ed Reed there too, or no?
I think Ed Reed was there, but he wasn't going to retire. But like this was like,
you're right.
Like they came into the season. I think Ray Lewis came into the season like, hey yo, this is my last ride. This is my last season, y'all. So to have that run in the play, I've looked all over the internet. I've tried my best to just take things into consideration. I truly don't believe in the quarterback position there hasn't been a greater one than what Joe Flacco's had to go through.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You forgot to mention the biggest thing that happened during the playoff run. The lights went off in the Super Bowl. Like they had that Super Bowl malfunction and everything in that game.
I feel like that. I feel like that was in Joe Flacco's favor. I'm not gonna lie to you because they were down. They were down when the lights came off. I try my best not to bring that up, so I feel like it kind of dampens my argument a little bit. Because I feel in my mind, I'm like, damn, if the lights would have stayed on, would they have won? I don't know.
They still piss me off the Ravens. Because, like, imagine. I think life in general would be so much different if the 49ers won that Super Bowl. Because then you're talking about Colin Kaepernick, Super Bowl champion. So that's a whole different, like, ring to his name. And then
he doesn't get blackballed.
Yes, he does. Like, it's just a whole lot of. I think
he doesn't get blackballed if he's a Super Bowl champion. I'll truly believe that. Damn, that's crazy. And then Anquan Bolden gets a ring. All right, was Anquan Bolden there or was he with the Ravens? He played for both franchises, though. I'm trying to figure out, was Anquan Bolden a part of
the
Ravens at that time?
No, but Randy Moss was on that Niners team. Randy Moss would have gotten the ring.
Damn, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that. That's wow. That's so unfortunate. Meanwhile, we got Ray Rice. Damn, Frank Gore was on that team. Okay. Anquan Bolden was on the Ravens. Okay. So he didn't win a ring. He didn't win. Michael Crabtree. Damn. Michael Crabtree. But yeah, that's my hot take, man. That's my hot take. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree with that. I actually do agree with that. Because I remember watching that Super Bowl run. Now I was like, ain't no mother. That's why everybody was like, oh my gosh, is Joe Flacco elite? Like he's not, but he went crazy.
He's not. You boy got a big ass contract after that, and rightfully so.
Yeah. All right, my hot take is that Kirk Franklin would give probably the greatest Super Bowl halftime show
Speak
ever.
on it.
Ever. Because I think I seen like a clip on Twitter of like one of them old school like Kirk Franklin and the Family like songs or whatever that they were performing. I was like, dang, bro, they singing. That just made me go to YouTube and I just fell out on a rabbit hole. And I'm just like, imagine like Stomp at the Super Bowl.
Bro.
Like
Stomp at the Super Bowl.
Cause he bring back like it's Kirk Franklin and the Family. He bring the whole family back, even though they probably all old now. He bring everybody back. Like Tamla Mann would be there. He might even throw a Fred Hammond in there just cause like that's an OG for real. Like it would go so stupid. It would go so
Tamla
stupid.
Mann, bro. Tamla Mann at the Super Bowl is kind of crazy.
Imagine her singing "Take Me to the King." You wouldn't even have like Super Bowl. You wouldn't even get like you can. You might Super Bowl social. You could probably only perform like one song for real, like because them gospel songs would be long.
Yeah, like you would have to figure out how you would guide it to the next situation, but because I feel like off rip Revolution has to be the first song. You have to. I feel like you can't end with Revolution. You have to start with Revolution.
Melodies from Heaven. Imagine
right,
at the Super Bowl. Imagine, bro.
Man, I feel like when you have something like Kirk Franklin at the Super Bowl, I feel like you gotta make a church for real. Like you gotta have them singing after the game. Truth is, I'm tired.
I'm just scrolling through
watching the losing team come down with the confetti.
Brighter Day, bro. Something about the name Jesus. Like I'm just scrolling, looking at. I'm just like, bro, this would go insane.
Like the confetti going down, and that nigga out here singing "Smile"
after you win the Super Bowl. That'd be like the end credits. That'd be like the end credits of the movie.
Like, I feel like you would have to use them for not only the halftime show, but like the post. Like they got to be singing even just like church. When you leave, they singing as you leave. You got to make it a whole experience. You have your praise and worship when you first come in. Then your halftime is like your offering for real. And then at the end, yeah. Now, will the white people like it? No. But it is what it is, like for my Super Bowl, Kirk Franklin could be in that bit. I ain't gonna lie, he could be in there. Now, would you dabble in all of like Kirk Franklin's like discography, like with the secular niggas, or are you gonna just keep it original gospel shit? Like,
no. Respectfully, the songs he make with non-gospel, they suck, bro. They suck.
Okay. I just want to
Glorilla. I don't need that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, do you put that over your T-Pain?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask that because I was hoping you forgot about that.
No, I did. I think about that every time because I'm like, damn, that is a good pull. Sorry.
Because like the thing, like T-Pain would appeal to everybody because everybody loves T-Pain for real. Even if you don't know you love T-Pain, you love T-Pain. But like, I think Kirk Franklin would just appeal to me specifically and a lot of other people as well. But like, I think it might hit different for me. So I think I would lean towards the Kirk Franklin one being the better one.
And football is always played on a Sunday. So Super Bowl Sunday. Get your service at the game.
Now, if Kirk Franklin brought out T-Pain, I'd be a little confused, but I don't think I'd hate it.
I don't think I would necessarily want it though.
That's also true.
I think I would want the full. I don't want to compromise. I don't want to compromise Kirk Franklin. I want Kirk Franklin in his best element. If he brought out T-Pain, I'm like, damn. Wasted opportunity. Just pick one. It's like having Haliburton and De'Aaron Fox. You just gonna have to pick one. You just have to pick one.
And I hope you
Make a
pick the
decision
right
and live with it. Yeah, Jackson, your last words.
Man, Pacers in 5, OKC in 5, then OKC in 5 once again when they get to the finals. And that's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Chet, get in that weight room, nigga. I don't know.
You act like he's not been hooping though. He's been hooping, so I don't even know why you even said that because he's been hooping. So
damn, I didn't know niggas were perfect because they were hooping. My fault.
I'm just saying. You talking about getting
Right,
away? He'll get in the weight room in the off. He got a couple more games. He got a trophy to win before he can get in the weight room for real.
Hey Chet, don't actually Chet, don't do nothing. You perfect just the way you are. Don't do a damn thing.
See, I ain't say all that.
Don't do a damn thing. I know what I didn't understand what Wemby looked like in the offseason. Hey, don't do a damn thing. And as far as for me, man, go cook something. I made some honey garlic chicken today. Insane. Can't wait to get the fuck out this podcast. Insane. Y'all go cook something, man. Go cook something, man. It's good. It's good for you. Don't you ain't got to use the fast food every time, bro. Just go get in that kitchen, man. Just like we tell these big men to get in the paint, bro. Get in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen, man. And like I said, episode 99 is still wraps. Next week,
episode 100. It's been a long time coming. Next
week, hey man, this shit finna be a movie, man.
We're not gonna say too much though. You just gonna have to tune in to see.
Like I said, too much. We don't even know what the fuck we doing.
See, now you said too much. We can't even.
I could be lying though. I don't know.
Fair enough. We do lie every time on the podcast. We be lying. So
all we do is lie. That's crazy. With that being said, make sure y'all like, subscribe, roll to 2K subs. Appreciate y'all for subbing, and we'll catch y'all next week for the big episode.